Greetings, Solar, Christos, Lemurian Covenant of the 144. We had big waves of 5D New Earth energies flowing in again today, appearing as amplitudes of 12 Hz, 23 Hz, and 40 Hz on the Schumann charts. The apocalypse is the great unveiling. The veils of separation and illusion are lifting and dissolving. The revelation is the revealing. All that is hidden is being exposed. All that was lost is being found. This is the gathering of energies of consciousness. We are quickening through this great shift and awakening from the false to the true, from the illusion to the real. We are on the razor's edge in between worlds as we navigate between emptiness and form, heaven and earth, yin and yang. In this stage of the ascension, we are integrating and embodying our higher fields of electromagnetism, bridging the two worlds to create heaven on earth. We hold the divine light with our minds, bodies, and spirit as the threefold flame becomes fully illuminated, awakening the Christ within. After dormant all these years, waiting for the right moment to rise, we are like the dragons sitting in their caves, emerging as the dawn breaks the dusk. The emergence is on. As we crawl out of our sacred caves, the womb of the divine feminine, we emerge as rainbow light warriors of the new Jerusalem. The kingdom of God is at hand, and we are the Christ-conscious ones who came on this great mission of transforming this realm into the paradise it was always meant to be. This is it, the time is right, and we are here fully embodied, warriors of the light, with our swords of truth and our shields of love. In Hieros, Gamos, the eagle and the condor fly free, transmitting the holy hosts of divine union, abundance, and bliss for all sentient beings of pure awareness, the Buddha consciousness of the great mystery. Aho, 777-1414-144-3773. All codes coming in. And with these higher frequency 5D waves pulsing in, we had many activations all over Pachamama again today. We had 128 M1.5 or greater earthquakes in the last 24 hours. The most powerful on the Ring of Fire, Solomon Islands, Soul of the Moon, the Son of the Moon, 5.1. Earlier today, Colombia, South America, North, in the Andes Mountains, 4.2, Southern Alaska, 3.1, Akutan, Alaska, 3.7, 37 into 73, Heaven on Earth, Guatemala, Central America, home of our Mayan elders, 4.2, Hokkaido, Japan, Ring of Fire, 4.5, 245 kilometers depth, 99 to 9910 degree. In the Aleutian Islands, Crown of Lemuria, 3.6, Taiwan, 4.7, another activation, Colombia, Amazon Rainforest, 4.5, another 9 activation. In the sacred portal of Iran, in the foothills of the Zagros Mountains, we had a 4.7 activation. Haisham, Montana, 4.1, another activation, Iran, 4.9, 13 Divine Goddess. Afghanistan, the sacred portal where the three holy mountains come together, the Tian Shan Mountain, Celestial Mountain, Kunlun in the middle, Himalayan in the south, merge together in the apex, creating the trident, the trinity, the pyramid, 4.4, Divine 44. In the heart of Lemuria again today, Volcano, Hawaii, 3.3, 33 of mastery, Bonin Islands of Japan, 4.0, several activations, multiple activations with the Divine Masculine in Puerto Rico, 3.3, 3.7, another 3.366 portal, 3.1, 3.4, and then a 3.9, 12 Divine Feminine as we travel through this great portal into the 7-7 portal, 7-dimensional energies coming in. Then we had all over the Ring of Fire, one after another, Guam 4.3, Sandpoint, Alaska, and the Crown 4.0, Indonesia 4.5, Peru, South America, Kundalini, Pachamama, Sacred Andes Mountains 4.2, 158 kilometers depth, Guam 5.0, Indonesia 4.9, Chile, South America 4.2. Then we had the 5.1 Solomon Islands, 54 kilometers depth, and a Council of 9 coming in. Hokkaido, Japan 4.3. And then south of Africa in the ocean, South Atlantic Ocean 4.7. The whole grid is lit up and activated. As Gaia rises, we rise with her. Aho. And now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now, the moon is at 10 degrees, 44 minutes Gemini, another 144 code. The sun is at 15 degrees, 6 minutes Cancer. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 16 degrees Cancer. A man studying a mandala in front of him with the help of a very ancient book. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 11 degrees Gemini. Newly opened lands offer the pioneer new opportunities for experience. From astrologyweekly.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Karen Lithica, stand in your light. As light showers your world of infinite proportions, love, intelligence, new earth alignments. See your light body powering up as you stand in your light. Know much of the pivotal work is completed, light family, for your role now is to simply be a vessel of light, to be light. Seek patience with your progress, as many are at different stages of light assimilation, ascension. You may be feeling difficult symptoms, while others flow with the higher vibrational light frequencies, moving through every cell, integrating at the higher levels. As your physical form has endured a life in your construct, have patience, dear one, for it is part of the individual mission journey, and your awakening is powerful enough. Know your light flow is right for the now moment. We see each of you as light pioneers, paving the way for the collective consciousness of your species. For the transmutational awakening is here, light family, aligning to the galactic light universe, enabling the upcoming light upgrades. See the power of you, the collective consciousness of light, like a vast forest growing, expanding, integrating, achieving. We are light, sending waves of cosmic love as we collectively pave the way. The Arcturians and Karen Lithica, from KarenLithica.com, and from Divine Sister of the Light, Christine Day, the Pleiadians, the Covenant. Earth has entered an intense transition point, and a new phase has been heralded in as the Covenant essence has anchored on your Earth plane. This activation of the Covenant was always to be a major turning point of your unfolding destiny, to make manifest the state of a collective communion light on Earth through the joining of your multidimensional hearts. The Covenant has a unique God consciousness state that has originated from the higher order of light, and it holds out to you a steady mirror, reflecting to you the pure essence of your creation light. This is the time for you to choose self-empowerment of realignment to your creation element, which can be accessed through your heart. Allow yourself to become realigned to your authentic aspect of your sacred element. The support is here for you to reach within your heart and stabilize into the frequency of your creation essence. This is the time for you to enter another elemental realm of self. There is no reason to wait. At this juncture on your earth plane, the illusory drama is building, and it will continue to build in intensity. There is nothing to fear. Witness the drama and choose to let go. Take moments aligning within your heart space. We can only hold the platform for you. We cannot take this next step forward on your behalf. Your mission is to actively engage through the multidimensional framework of your heart. We witness you in love. Blessings, the Pleiadians. From ChristineDayOnline.com, and from Divine Sister of the Light, Alicia Brash, Cosmic Gateway. There is so much bombarding us at the present. There are some very new energy waves flooding onto the planet, which is tremendously exciting, yet it's been a little challenging to navigate through as we re-acclimatize, recode, recalibrate, and adjust. One of the main focuses of what this energy is teaching us is to stay really present and focused in the now moment. Everything is changing and transforming so quickly that we are really transitioning out of the linear time as a collective, and this is becoming more and more apparent every day. What is truth one moment can evolve to a new layer of truth in the next. What can be a plan set in motion actually is a pathway to something else much greater coming together. We often get glimpses of the bigger picture in meditation or instant downloads. This is when our high mind is plugged in. Then we switch back to integrate so we can process and proceed. It can be confusing at times, but rest assured that you are given each a detailed instructions as you take each step along the way. You don't always need to know the full picture because for the most part, you wouldn't be able to fully comprehend it all yet. Step by step, day by day, more and more truths, insight, and clarity is being filtered through for each of us. Where we are heading in parts of our soul mission individually and through soul family connecting and joining forces of joint mission, and we move very fast through this process of planetary ascension. It's time your soul memories are returning piece by piece. You are remembering who you are, what you have come here to earth to do, and the joyful part is working together with the people who have shared the mission. This is the time we have been preparing for. Step into your greatness, hold the light strong within you, and start creating this new earth reality. From CosmicGateway.com. And from the Order of the Star, the ancient Sirius Library. The secret teachings within the Sirius Library carry the higher knowledge and wisdom of the mysteries of our universe and Earth. The higher knowledge accessible to enlightened beings or ascended masters. They include the mysteries of the human being and our relationship with the Earth, universe, God and Goddess and Source. The enlightened teachings carry enlightened energy and wisdom as well as the secret keys and ancient knowledge that build one's access to the enlightened realms. This library was once a part of the ancient Atlantis mystery teachings, but after the fall of Atlantis, the Sirius Library was taken to Egypt. Many years ago in the region known as the Band of Peace in Egypt, and along the Nile where the ancient Egyptian temples now remain, sacred chambers of light were anchored into the land that carry thousands of books of light, holding the divine teachings of advanced civilizations of light. These books are known as the secret teachings of the masters. These chambers form a universal library of light and are anchored by the temples and pyramids in Egypt. Each of the inner sanctuaries within the temples and pyramids are doorways of access to this living library of enlightened wisdom and divine light, also known as the Sirius Library. The goddess Isis, who takes us to her healing temple of light through the infinite gateway star Sirius. These chambers, when activated, support all who walk with an open heart to raise their vibration, open their universal connection, and connect with their higher self, their true purpose on their spiritual path, and the mysteries of Earth and our universe. The teachings are not easily accessible as one must have a direct connection with the enlightened realms to access these teachings directly. The teachings are very specific and offer a profound level of clarity, detail, and overview of subjects that humanity holds many questions about. They reveal the secret knowledge of the laws of the universe and the more general spiritual teachings that were shared in the ancient mystery schools on Earth. If you are blessed to receive these teachings, prepare to be amazed by the depth, clarity, and profound energy that accompanies them. They will enlighten your mind and soul once you accept them deeply into your being as truth. You will awaken into the infinite knowledge of the universe. Look up at the stars, look down below your feet, and remember you are the one that unites them. As humanity starts to fully awaken, these ancient teachings will become available to all. May your eyes be open. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, servant of Yahweh, breakthroughs are happening with your spiritual awakening. I was hearing Kundalini and Saturday. These breakthroughs are freedom from the illusions of being trapped. The Most High is raising you up to be wiser and more connected to Him. This is a new, healthier, evolved relationship with Spirit that is commencing with this Cancer new moon. The trust building between you and the Most High automatically places you in a more sovereign, stable position. You no longer need to suppress or hide your truth and emotions in this new way of being. That was the past when you needed to please others, to maneuver through the matrix. You are now the wise one, where others need to adjust their behaviors to support you and God. Since July 2020, you have been diligently choosing yourself and a better way of living. Walking in faith, you are completing this 1-year process of freedom. Removal of all things that are no longer in alignment with this new version of you was the focus over the year. You may have found that making these changes and simplifying your life has brought more peace and is worth all the effort. The fruits of your labors are now here. You are free to go and live a new, emotional, fulfilling life. The next wave of collective healing has now commenced. They are beginning the process of what you have just completed. No longer can they ignore the red flags and relationship abuse. Source codes of consciousness are entering them, beginning the breakthrough that they need to mend and heal to become whole. Your knowledge, gifts, healing, and limitless joy in this new way is what is needed to now help the collective attain the same results as yours. You are now the teacher, counselor, healer, and guide that the collective needs. New ideas on how you can serve will inspire you to make new offerings on how you may serve in this new collective timeline. This will all become more clear in August 2021. For the next few weeks, the moon cycles are bringing the balance and equilibrium to complete healing from past karmic ties. Continue choosing peaceful, calm environments until you feel whole and complete within and with God. The spiritual path home to our Creator is the top priority now. Whatever part of you and your genetic bloodline that still feels like they need the narcissist to have your needs met is being removed. The wounds of the past are healing, especially from the subliminal consciousness and the feminine power centers. Shekinah is ensuring this is complete. You will get the breakthrough in your inherent knowing that all you truly need is already within you. That knowing will indicate the end of the healing heartache and loss, setting you free to have loving, abundant, mature, and evolved relationships. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen, from Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flame, and from the Archangelic Calendar, calculating the sunrise of Archangel Metatron, multidimensional violet flame, and the infinite crossroads. Gaia is in Xerxes' will. Xerxes, our galaxy, acts upon the infinite universe's will. The current setting is Earth Spirit, which indicates that the reality of changes is setting in. To further our understanding of this, it is like feeling the aftershock of a major event. If you got married yesterday, today would be an Earth Spirit day for you because your body, dimensions, and physical reality are all actualizing the changes. We see expanded calendar calculations to incorporate Archangel Metatron's positioning as much like Archangel Michael. He is leading the timeline and filtering what comes in. The new column is titled Sunrise of Archangel Metatron, which also comes with two accompanying columns that have been named Alpha and Omega. The Sunrise of Metatron is similar to the Sunrise of Michael column as it marks their positioning and alignment in time. The accompanying cues, Alpha and Omega, will indicate symmetrical rising. By measuring this, we can easily see any macro issues that may need to be balanced. To elaborate even further, Archangel Michael was in the forward position to eliminate macro malevolence. On the other hand, Archangel Metatron will be focusing on transmuting our reality into an even higher existence. This circumstance is fostered by the constant changing of positions between Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron. We see a clear mentorship role that Archangel Michael has with Archangel Metatron, who has started as a human, Enoch, Abraham, Thoth, etc., and was mentored by Archangel Michael in the ways of the Archangel. This statement does not discount the fact that Archangel Metatron was nurtured by Archangel Raphael, given eternal wisdom by Archangel Gabriel, and was directly aided by Archangel Zophael. Metaphorically, cosmically, mentally, and physically, we are at the infinite crossroads. This spot is where there are so many new landscapes to explore and possibilities to experience, that the best way to articulate this is by describing it as infinite crossroads, a place where absolutely anything is possible. After passing the galactic center, we see movement in the galactic event column, B3. We also see a gradual change in cosmic settings, as the distance between our positioning and the galactic center is vast. It will take a good deal of time to eclipse its boundaries from our cosmic perspective. This is an excellent timeline and universe, and we can't mention that enough. Legion and 5D News. Archangel Azrael and Anubis are working on fine-tuning the reincarnation systems. These will be two very busy beings in the upcoming days. They will be joining the Lyrans, the Pleiadians, and the rest of our legions in this effort only in a more direct way. As a collective of gifted beings, we have become prolific at our call to service. This situation is a good deal why we keep expanding. The reality in which we exist must grow as we do. The growth we have been experiencing is nothing like anything in existence, as there was a massive shift in one generation and it seemingly came from nowhere. Reactions to divinity are being measured. It is a bit of a feeling out of process as to how many unusual experiences the human mind can safely handle. There are many purposes to our work, and in this case it is a litmus of divine exposure. Archangels who are too large to be described are usually Elohim, but we are not willing to say this in a mandatory set of the Elohim because they are not the only faction to be as such. It is hard to articulate precisely what these macro beings are. Nevertheless, they will be present in our micro lives and will be a sight that many will have to digest. Telepathy is usually an easy venture, but lately these communications may feel more like prayers because so many are expanding. There are many different houses in the kingdom of consciousness. Communication works best when located in the same dwelling. Provided they are a pure heart, blessing of the highest degree are to shine down upon those who society calls disabled, but we call specially gifted. This is especially true with the children in this circumstance. Our legions will ensure joy reaches these kind hearts who have done more work for this planet than they or anyone will ever know. There isn't a legion member among us who isn't motivated by the specially gifted of this earth. We can't stress the need for shadow work in your spiritual regime enough. This statement will mean something different for everyone, and this means you know what to do, and elaborating any further would be irresponsible. The lower dimensions are melting into the intense metaphysical flames of transmutation. Philosophical buffet, you can't force yourself to be grateful. To indeed be thankful, your mindset must be aware of your miraculous divine circumstance and incredible unique purpose. Gratitude is a frequency that your heart radiates and cannot be accomplished by mentally policing yourself, but can be accomplished by rising in consciousness. There are tons of things to appreciate in the micro, but gratitude is a setting all among itself that resides deep in the heart and subconscious mind. There is a point where the forces of nature can no longer contain you. At this juncture, you become hyperphysical or beyond physicality in all ways. Mastery comes into play when physical reality becomes unhinged, and you become directly responsible for gaining control of it once more. In this circumstance, instead of your subconscious mind being in charge of the task, it becomes the responsibility of your conscious mind. If levels of your consciousness could talk to each other respectively, it would sound something like this. Why did I struggle so much? You never took a step that you didn't need to take. The hands of the macro divine perfectly guided everything. It led you to a much higher existence. Galaxies are connected by an electrical current so large that it's not comprehended by modern science. This network also runs through all the life living inside these galaxies. All beings on this electric superhighway are bound by the same divine cloth and thus are profoundly linked. This truth is why the galactic community is so vested in the goings-ons of Earth. If you are not doing healings from a pure place, it will not work. You are doing more harm than good. This statement means if anything but your target's well-being is driving you, it is not advised to proceed. Reward and micro-circumstances can never enter the mind if you are doing healing work. It must come from a pure heart that removes its ego from the equation. When using portals, either exit or entrance, they are not independent of each other. In many cases, when something exists, its better version enters as its replacement. This situation is an engineering incident inside any given timeline directed by the multiverse, and we will see much of this in our micro lives. This statement does not apply to stargates. With enough force, you can combine anything, but the most effective combinations occur naturally. There is a point when who am I becomes what am I. David and Goliath are the same being. The tools and assignments for today are in a link in the description below from the Archangeliccalendar.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Leah, Whitehorse, Lua Astrology, Mercury and Gemini square Neptune retrograde in Pisces, Juno conjunct the South Node in Sagittarius. We reached the final square in a series of 3 between Mercury and Neptune, a story that began back in May this year. Confusion and uncertainty have been rife, muddling minds and conversations. It's been difficult to tell fact from fiction, intuition from fear, but now as we turn the final corner, the mist begins to clear. All may not be as you thought it to be, but at least now there is truth. Juno's meeting with the South Node is the second in a series of 3. The first was February 15th, the last August 8th. Now midway in the tale, we're pushed to release or realize a relationship or a commitment. Maybe it's time to break a vow or renew one. Dogmatic beliefs around how things should be must now fall away to make room for visionary ideas of how things could be. In our inner world, Juno presses us to make a sacred marriage, to unite our past and present selves, honor the promises you made to the younger you, from LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 204, Yellow, Solar Seed. Solar is the name for the number 9, and its keywords are intention, pulse, and realize. We are on the 9th day of the Yellow Warrior wave spell, and with any wave spell, it is usually the 9th day when the action occurs. It's a dynamite energy. Elvis, Jimi Hendrix, and Aretha Franklin were all born on the 9th day. Solar is bright and full of intention. If you took on a mission at the beginning of this wave spell, expect results today. Make it your intention to progress. Today is Yellow Seed, which represents targeting, flowering, and awareness. Yellow Seed days are about sowing awareness and sharing knowledge. As it is the 9th day of the Yellow Warrior wave spell, any awareness you attempt to share should be concerning your mission. Tell people about what your intentions are. Plant those ideas in the minds of others and watch as they grow into awareness. The guide today is a yellow sun, which symbolizes enlightenment, and so a very fitting guide on the solar day. When the sun leads the way, our path is illuminated, making it much easier to figure out which way to go, and so you don't have to stumble in the dark. And from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Roger Grossman, today is Yellow Solar Seed Day on the 13 Moon Dream Spell Mayan calendar. Yellow Seed, Tribe 4, the 20 Solar Tribe Archetype Cycle, targets flowering awareness. Yellow Seed encourages you to treat your life like a garden. Plant seeds that you want to grow in your life garden and for other people to grow in theirs. In our culture, we have trained ourselves to do this process backward by focusing on what we don't want as opposed to what we do. Words like no, don't, can't, shouldn't, wouldn't, couldn't, etc. go unrecognized in the manifestation process. The world we live in is user-friendly. It is set up to give us exactly what we want. What you think about, what you believe, and whatever you say are the seeds that you plant, and what produce all of the manifestation in your life. When you say what you don't want, the universe eliminates the negative words and acts upon the rest. When you catch yourself doing this, forgive yourself. We have all been doing this because it has served a larger purpose of teaching us this important lesson, and in the process helped us to grow. Find the proper words to ask for what you do want. Sometimes these words require a bit of thinking because the ingrained pattern we have created usually defaults to the negative statement. I often will repeat the positive message 3 times, aloud if appropriate, to give it added strength. Once you get the proper seeds planted, cultivate them, give them care and positive attention that they require, and they will grow big, strong, and healthy. Visualize what you want is already manifested. Keep the faith and stay positive. All of the seeds that you plant will sprout, but only those that you care for will thrive and flourish. Conversely, Yellow Seed encourages you to weed out those things that you no longer want to have growing in your life garden. Pluck those things up by the roots and toss them onto the compost pile, and they will immediately stop producing results. Solar Tone of Intention, Step 9 of the 13-step Creative Energy Cycle. Pulse, Realize Intention. Day 9 of the 13-day cycle themed Yellow Warrior. Questions, Intelligence, Fearlessness. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio. Yellow Solar Seed, Kin 204. 6th of July 2021. Pulsing, Awareness. 6/7/2021 equals 675 equals 612 equals 63 equal 9. 6. Heaven, Christ, Harmony, Family, Romance. 7. Magic, Mystic, Spiritual, Initiation, Solitude. 5. Freedom, Change, Transformation, Liberation. 12. Acquiring Strength, Wisdom. 3. Holy Trinity, Joy, Creativity. 9. Destiny, Mission, Service, Humanity. 369 Tesla Code. Kin 204 equals 6, double heavenly code. Fantastic heavenly illumination codes to target awareness in our global populace. A glorious seed day. Energy is ripe for a new beginning. Today we are seeding our heavenly dreams into our new reality as we pulse forth the Christ consciousness solar codes. Day 9 in the Yellow Warrior wave spell of fearlessly questioning everything in our path with a profound intelligence, disabling the old paradigm and fully focused on forging a new path to a brave new world. Today is the day for courageous illumination, fearlessly awakening our kin to step up and dare to shine. Double the sun energy today, solar tone plus sun is the higher guide. Lots of universal fire and heat to draw upon to fuel your mission and your quest for abundance, passion, and drive. The yellow seed thrives in the sunshine and grows towards the light. So the sun is giving us accelerated ascension growth today. Plenty of CMEs and solar winds to get things moving. Yesterday the galactic abundance portal opened, and today we are pulsing forth our intentions in order to realize our dreams and flower as beautiful shining star blossoms. Tone of creation, solar, tone 9 operates in the spiritual realm. Action, realizing, power, pulse, essence, intention. The 9th day of the wave spell is the one that gives the last push prior to manifestation. The solar phase is where we wake up to the fact that our will affects the reality we experience. So we begin pulsing, extending our intent into realization, visualizing what we want to manifest and pulsing that intention from our heart. This assists us in making our dreams come true. This is a potent manifestation energy today. What seeds and intentions are you pulsing into reality? Becoming still and receptive to the inflowing energies pulsing forth from our sun and endless realms. Our challenge is to anchor these magical energies in our bodies and our very beingness, trusting that this will seed our highest potential divine destiny path in order to create more harmony and abundance for all beings in our planet. Allow the blessings of the solar wizard to enable you to pulse forth an enchanting dream spell today, energizing your true heart's desires. Today's question is, how can I pulse forth great intentions to seed my mission with the highest potential for flowering? Divine blessings for the accelerated growth in the direction of your highest potential flowering. And Lakek Alakin, Christina, White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 204, Yellow, Solar Seed. The mantra, the code for today is, I pulse in order to target. Realizing awareness, I seal the input of flowering. With the solar tone of intention, I am guided by the power of universal fire. And on this powerful day of transformations, activations, and transmutations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to also take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. We rely on our monthly pledges and donations for our daily living expenses. Every pledge we receive on Patreon is like a vote for us to continue this work and bringing these transmissions to the world. Being that last month we lost more patrons than we gained, we're under halfway to what we need for our daily living expenses to continue this work. So if you'd like to help us continue bringing these transmissions to the world and make a pledge, you can do so at whitegoldeagle.com or patreon.com/prime disclosure. And the only reason we're able to continue doing our work and mission and bringing these transmissions to the world is from the extra support of our teams and the monthly pledges of our Patreon. So my Sacred Condor and I are very grateful for those that continue supporting our work. If you'd like to make a one-time donation, you could do so at the PayPal link at egolovecondor.com. I'd like to also take the time to thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's art business. You can purchase beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now let us complete this work today in these transmissions with powerful codes from our Pleiadian bro stars and sisters of the light, and a very powerful Ascension decree. We begin Pleiades 1 messages, July 6, 2021. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition. Attention for calls in PVSE-SDE. Emissary powers keep coming. Divine continuity shines forth. Testimonies of high works arrive. Accomplishments in sacred progress. MID removals intensify. Reigns are finalized in predicted linear time. Collectors receive +++ in compassion. Holy magicians answer calls. Island of prosperity attunements initiated. Sectors of accelerated cure defined. Enochs not present in replicators. Transitionals fulfill expected roles. Special projector for emissions and reverberation. 6% non-regressive. Temporarily end of transmission. Pleiades 1 supporting actives, missionary channels from disclosurenews.it. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel, decree for those who are ready to truly ascend. In the name of the Divine Source, or God if you prefer, and under the divine law of grace, I now declare that all lesser pathways be closed, and only the highest remain. Only do this if this is what you truly wish and aim for. Say it 3 times aloud with your shoulders back, head up, as if commanding an army. From JudithKusel.com. And with that, thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Keep shining like the great beacon of light that you are. You are like the lighthouse in the dark, calling the ships to the shore. The ships are consciousness of living beings that are seeking out the truth, that are seeking the way, the Tao, the path of the Buddha. This is the path of awakening, the guide that leads us home, the sacred light within. This is Christ consciousness, Buddha consciousness, cosmic consciousness. The sacred winds of change are blowing in, and something most sacred this way comes. And it is here, it has arrived, and it is everywhere. Open the eyes of your spirit, and you shall see, you shall know all things, living from your heart, connecting to all things in all realms, timelines, and dimensions. Keep shining that light brightly. Never stop. Keep going through and through and through until you totally break through. This is compression breakthrough. As we become still in body, mind, and spirit, we transform into dragon and swallow the whole universe, for we realize our oneness with all that is, beyond concept, beyond words, beyond philosophy, any gnosis. This is the true nature of our pure awareness, our true being, our true authentic selves. This is the clarity, the clear light of bliss, eternal bliss consciousness. So it is time, Christ conscious beings, to wake up, rise up, and ascend. And we do this with the power of our mighty I Am Presence. My I Am Presence transmits to your I Am Presence the Christ conscious codes of the new earth, which is the divinity within. Seek ye the kingdom of heaven within, for it is the source of your divinity. Have a beautiful and blessed 7/7 portal and awakening process. Keep walking gently your sacred path of heart. Warrior of the light, the eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.